I'm just going to be real with you, Aquarius. This February is not a month for you to hold back. We are in your season, and the fact of the matter is you're going to be making a statement whether you want to or not, and people may find you quite polarizing. You could either be very alluring and attractive to people or just push people away, and there's really not much you can do about it, so just be authentic to yourself. You actually have a very powerful ability to go after pretty much anything you want and get it. If you're excited for this month's reading, then definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. For those of you who are brand new to this channel, my name is Michael, and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. For those of you who are ready for a deep dive, you can book a personal reading or distance Reiki session with me using the link in the description of this video. You can also find links for all of my official social media accounts. I'm only able to put out these videos with all of your continued love and support, so thank you so much for supporting this channel, and I am so excited to see what we have in store for you this February. I just had a couple of cards fall out of the deck for you, Aquarius. We actually have the Devil and the Five of Pentacles coming out first, and this is the past influence in this reading. And so some of you may have been acknowledging maybe some self-sabotage or some dysfunctional patterns, particularly regarding your finances. I feel like some of you have been going through a hard time, and maybe you've even just kind of like, it almost feels like you had to compromise or give up yourself in order to find stability, and it's just been really hard. Maybe you've been working jobs that just don't feel aligned for you. There's kind of like a lot of shadow work and a lot of stuff that has been kind of difficult to work through with the Devil, if I'm being completely honest. And it feels like maybe you were kind of left out in the cold. Maybe you were left to fend for yourself. And it kind of makes sense because we were in Capricorn season. We actually have Capricorn energy with the Devil here. And for you, this is all about your mental health, your spirituality, kind of your undoing, your bad habits. All of these things were pretty clear for you over January and even in December. We actually did have the planet Pluto leave Capricorn and actually enter into your sign, where it's going to be for the next 20 years. So you are stepping into a new era, and it's why you're so freaking powerful this month. I am curious to see what else we have for you. And I just kind of want to talk about Pluto in your sign this month, because it is still very freshly in Aquarius. It's at 0 degrees. And so there's a lot of new beginnings. Pluto brings transformation. It can bring death and endings, but it also can bring rebirth. And at 0 degrees, at that very first degree in your sign, it's bringing a lot of new beginnings. And it's starting with Mercury coming into contact with Pluto on the 5th. This could be some sort of communication or revelation that is happening. Something is becoming clear, or there's just an idea that is being crystallized. And I feel like this is you maybe expressing yourself in a way that could be intense or dramatic, or really just making some really important statement. And it's like, you're very deep. You're very powerful. You're also becoming very aware of just what hasn't been working in your life with the 9 of Wands. Maybe where you are kind of burnt out. And that could be something that you are really just recognizing. You've been in burnout for a while, and it's like, you're kind of just saying some hard truths. You're saying what needs to be said, and you're just being very real with yourself and maybe real with other people too. Now, we do actually have a new moon in your sign on the 9th, which could be very regenerative and healing for you. Maybe this is a good time to take some time out, do some self-care, especially if it feels like you've been burnt out, especially if it feels like you've just been working and not seeing any payoff for your effort or labor, or you just haven't been compensated fairly. We do have the King of Cups and Empress. My God, this is total self-care. This is all about loving yourself and just being very present with your emotions. And, you know, again, like, just being very honest with yourself, but that's not about being down on yourself. That's not about being a victim here. You're just being very honest and very blunt. And at the same time, you know your worth. And I feel like you're actually quite attractive to people when you do this. You're starting to draw a lot of attention. And honestly, Pluto can be a very polarizing energy. It can be very magnetic, and it can also be very repellent. It kind of just depends. It's really going to help you draw the people that are right for you. And some of you are actually attracting very emotionally mature energy, or you're just embodying that yourself, and you're not settling for any less with the Empress and the King of Cups. You know your worth, and you know what is fulfilling for you. We do also have Mars and Venus coming together with Pluto right around Valentine's Day between the 14th and the 17th. This is also kind of just that energy of like you're going after something very full force, going after what you want with Mars, and you're probably gonna get it with Venus, which actually is this Empress energy. And it's kind of interesting because it's like you really are so powerful even if you don't feel it right now. Even if you feel like you're just so low, or you've just been so heavy, you're so burnt out, you're actually moving forward, and you're kind of leaving a challenging period behind with the Six of Swords. Maybe some of you are quite literally going on a trip or distancing yourself, but it feels like you are moving forward in a direction that's actually very healthy for you. We do have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which kind of just feels like the nice pair with the King of Cups. And I really do feel like a lot of you are just being very honest with your emotions. You're getting better at feeling, which doesn't necessarily mean feeling better. It's like you're just getting better at processing your emotions and being present with yourself. And I don't feel like you're in the mood to really put on the show or front for anybody. Maybe that's actually kind of the silver lining with your energy feeling a little low at times. You're just being very real, and there's actually people who love you for that. I'm just saying that right now. You might not think so, but I really see it here. And I feel like you just need to be very blunt. Queen of Swords, don't hold back. Especially if you feel like people are just going to not get you or understand you. It's not your job to make them like you. It's not your job to make them see your worth. They either will or they won't. And you just kind of have to be very honest this month. Yeah, this is really no nonsense, Aquarius. I'm actually kind of loving this energy for you. You're kind of stepping into your villain era a little bit. That's actually kind of a fun way of thinking of this. We do also have a full moon in Virgo. This is going to be happening on the 24th. And for you, this is again a very profoundly transformative energy. We have the Emperor. A lot of you are really just stepping into your power. And similar to that King and Queen of Cups we had before, we actually have the Emperor and the Empress. I really feel like you're just kind of saying what it is that you need, and you're kind of done trying to make things work. Things either work or they don't. And that could be happening in your relationships, that could be happening with your finances or work. Wherever this is showing up in your life, it's like you kind of just want things to be very direct. That's kind of how Mars is interacting with you right now, and it's almost like changing the way that you've been acting or going after what you want. And it feels like there's just this kind of like self-possessed energy. I used that word in the previous reading. Who did I just read for? I was reading for Cancer, so maybe if you have a Cancer placement, there could be something in that video for you as well. But you just feel very self-possessed for me, and it's like, whatever. Like, it's just very candid. Whoops. What else do we have for Aquarius? That's too many. Show us clearly, please. We are actually ending off this month with a lot of focus on finances and, again, your worth. We do have the Sun and Mercury coming together with Saturn. Again, we do have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Maybe some of you have been a little reckless with spending in the past, or there's just some sort of needing to change the way that you've been spending. There might actually have been some sort of expense as well, and it's just causing some sort of change or shift. Tell us more. What is going on for Aquarius? And I feel like you're just taking finances really seriously. And again, that's because we have Sun, Mercury, Saturn coming together in Pisces, which is your second house of finances and value. What else do we have here? There we go, finally. And you're kind of just moving away from broken situations. You know, we're looking at this Eight of Cups. We're seeing the leaky roof. Yeah, there's some pots catching the water, but the truth is this isn't the solution. You know, and I feel like that's kind of what you've just been in for a while with the Devil and the Five of Pentacles and even the Nine of Wands. It's like you've kind of just... You've kind of been getting by with the bare minimum. And you deserve more, Aquarius. You really do. And I think you're feeling that. You know that. You're realizing that. And it's happening for you. And for some of you, you are walking away from kind of a broken situation. You're going elsewhere, even if you're venturing out into the night and into something that's unknown. I do feel like, in a weird way, your mental health is actually improving because you're just not resisting things anymore. You're not fighting for things that just are kind of swimming upstream. You're realizing that your direction or your energy is best put elsewhere. And we do have the King of Pentacles here as well. So I do feel like a lot of you are building your abundance. You're also building a legacy. And abundance means more than just money. It's like, what do you want to be abundant in? And what do you really want to go after? Because it's like, I'm getting this energy for you, Aquarius, where maybe you have put conditions around getting what you want or going after what you want. Maybe you don't actually want to go after the dream job until you have a certain amount of money in your bank account. Or you, you're not going to go into a relationship until you've achieved something. You've kind of created these constraints for yourself. I'm really seeing that with the with the Devil and the Five of Pentacles. You've placed limits on yourself that you can kind of just let go of. Because I feel like you're ready. There's a more direct way to get what you want. Any other messages for Aquarius? We do have the Four of Wands as well, celebrating something, really just going to the next level. There is kind of this achievement here. There's also just this energy of like hearth. There's quite a bit going on for you at home as well. And it's like, as you're kind of taking care of your mental health, maybe there's some things that are improving with your family or your home life. And that's kind of something that is healing for you as well. Anything else that we have for Aquarius? Anything going on in relationships for Aquarius? Ace of Swords, again, very honest, very direct communication here. A lot of clarity coming in. Anything else? Anything else for Aquarius in relationships? Judgment. If there are conversations that you've been putting off, now's the month to have them, Aquarius. And wow, it really just feels like you're having this come to Jesus moment where it's like there's almost this purging that's happening. And you're very insightful. You're kind of just getting to the core of things. You're getting to the heart of things. You're not doing small talk this month, that's for sure. I feel like you're having really big, important conversations and really talking about things that matter in your relationships and ultimately making decisions about what relationships you want to be in and what relationships you're kind of okay with letting go. I could see that with the Ace of Swords and Judgment, kind of deciding to cut someone out or just making a very clear decision. It can also be deciding to keep a relationship too. It's just very decisive. There's a very decisive energy in relationship, and it feels like there is, again, like very clear and direct communication. Whatever it is that you've been putting off, now is a good time to just have that. And that could be in any sort of relationship too. It doesn't just have to be with a partner. It could also be with a friend or a family member or even a coworker maybe. Use your own intuition and discernment there. But I really just get this like being very real. And like, not everyone is going to be on your level. Not everyone is going to be right for you. And you're kind of just okay with that. Yeah, Five of Swords in reverse. You're kind of done fighting. Like, you're not going to fight a battle that can't be won. I do want to pull an animal card for you. What is the energy for Aquarius to embody? We actually have the crocodile, which is a very... You could say that this energy is passive, but crocodile is actually a very powerful energy of waiting for things to come to you and kind of biding your time. It's almost like playing hard to get a little bit. You're not going to go after just anything. You're going to wait for the right thing to come to you, and you're kind of conserving your energy here. And it kind of just feels like people are aware of you. People feel your presence even if you don't want to be seen. Your eyes are kind of above the water. So it's like you can't really hide from things this month. It's actually what I'm getting here. We do have the elk here as well. Really stepping into stability, really becoming kind of a provider for yourself and the people that you care about or the causes that you care about. Elk is really about taking control, and it's very similar to this King of Pentacles energy. It's also very important that you're taking care of your body as well, and just, you know, really nourishing yourself and doing things that are healthy for you. You're not going to fight to stay small. You're ready to grow. And I really feel like those are all the messages for you this month. It kind of feels like a straightforward reading, Aquarius. Definitely be sure to hit like and subscribe if this resonated. You can find all of the links in the description box for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, Aquarius. Have a happy February, and blessed solar return to those of you who have a birthday this month. Take care.